You know, sometimes I get bored, and especially with the way the finals went, I have to do something. I forgot about that. Well, anyways, what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to try to provide live play-by-play while I play during my career player mode. And it went okay with soccer when I did FIFA, but basketball is a little bit faster. So I'm a little hesitant to see how this one's going to come off. But again, it's just practice. I'm not expecting it to be perfect or anything, but I do need to turn off the commentary. Notice it was in Spanish. Trying to improve. Sí, yo practicar mucho español. Nah, yo necesito más practicar mi español. It's really bad, but it is improved a lot. I definitely do read it, and I understand it a lot better than I used to. But considering where I'm from, I probably should understand it a lot better anyways. Alright, so now that we got the basis of it, yes, my character is named Jaka Sparks. This is year, I want to say year 2. It's a play-by-play man, I should have all those stats, but again, you know, this was just right off the cuff, just trying this out, seeing how this will turn out, and hopefully it will go well, and you just never know. Again, it's just practice, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the BMO. Bradley Harris, the center. Oh man, I'm not a Bucks fan. What can I say? The BMO Harris, Bradley center for tip-off tonight as the Milwaukee Bucks go do battle against the Indiana Pacers. Second game of the season between these two Pacers. This went out to Freak. The shot taken from 3, and it's going to clink off of the mark. No good. Rebound taken away by Monte. Got that Ellis. Ellis destroyed the Bucks on their first go around this season. Indiana dressed in the all blue, the gold, yellow, gold, and white trim down the sides with Indiana across the front. As for the Bucks, dressed in the home whites with the green font and numerals with Bucks across the front. They are going from right to left. The Pacers going from left to right. This one given to Sparks. He's trying to run the offense. Paul George there trying to break him off. This pull-up jumper from inside the paint. No good on the near side. Paul George with the rebound as he comes the other way. This one out to George Hill, who'll take the shot from 3 and tickles the twine as he opens up the scoring here tonight. 3-0 in favor of the Pacers. George Hill getting that opening basket. Outside to Sparks. Looking around over to McDaniels on the left wing. The shot taken from distance, no good. It's rebounded by Paul George. George now with it as he comes the other way. This pass into the lane for Monte Ellis, who was able to trick the defense into the air and get the layup. And now Indiana has a 5-0 lead with 4:27 left here in the first quarter of play. The throw inside to the paint, an easy layup. Good assist by Sparks to DeAndre Jordan, who gets the first 2 points for the Milwaukee Bucks here this evening. 5-2 now is your score, still in favor of the Indiana Pacers. This one to Ellis, just outside the paint, puts it off the glass and in. Monte Ellis now has 4. 7-2 is your score in favor of the Indiana Pacers here in the first quarter. 4 minutes remain. Sparks over to McDaniels. Sparks will set the screen on the near side. McDaniels will pull it for 3, and he hits nothing but the bottom of the net. And that will pull Milwaukee within 2, 7-5. Now your score with 3:45 left in the first. Moving the ball around. Ellis inside, back outside. Hill has a wide open look for 3. He will miss. Parker gets the rebound. Over to Antetokounmpo. Onto Knupo. To Sparks. Head fake, double head fake. Still with the basketball. And he'll bring it back out to the top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 7-5 lead for Indiana. Try to run the screen. He gets past the defenders. Hangs up in the air and gets a difficult shot to follow. A maestro of the finish for Sparks. He gets his first 2 points of the night. And this game is now tied at 7. The kick out to Hill, who'll get Sparks into the air. Easy layup on the finish. Bad defense there by the Bucks. Indiana regains the lead 9-7 with 2:55 left in the first. Inside the lane and drawing the foul off of George Hill is Jonka Sparks. He will be going to the free throw line for his first two free throws of the evening. You'll see it here on the instant replay. It has been a difficult road for the Milwaukee Bucks so far this season. They didn't make the playoffs last year, and they've just lost their last 4 games. Each one close, though. And Sparks does drain the first one, pulls it back within 1. Makes the second one, and we are now tied. 9-9, 2:52 left here in the first. Indiana's ball. Sparks now has 4. Hill on Sparks, or Sparks on Hill. Paul George now with the basketball at the top of the key, drives the lane on the far side, pulls it back up. No, instead, the kick-out pass to Hill. He'll let it fly for 3. Hand down, man down. 8 points for George Hill. 2 for 3 from behind the three-point arc. Shooting 75% to start this game off from the field. Pass over to McDaniels. Back to Sparks. Trying to find some room, looking inside. It's batted away and it's stolen. Indiana now with the basketball. The transition defense will hold up the Pacers for just a little bit here. 13 on the shot clock. Pass inside for Zeller, who hits it off of the glass, and it will rim out. George with the rebound, and he cleans up the mess. Score now 14-9. Indiana looking to pull away here in the first. Back to Sparks. Wide open look for 3. Turns, and it will, like a fast food restaurant, in and out. Monte Ellis with the rebound. Ellis with the pass to Hill here on the top of the key. He'll pull up for 3 again. This time he will miss. He is now 3 for 5 in this contest from behind the arc. Is George Hill. 14-9, still at minute 25. Parker loses the handles. Sparks still has it though as he recovers. He's double teamed inside to McDaniels. He'll try the shot from the paint, no good. Getting the rebound and now putting it in. Giannis, the Greek Freak, onto Knupo. Gets a score within 3 for the Bucks. 14-11, 107 left here in the first quarter of play, and we won't have a timeout taken by the Milwaukee Bucks. Again, it's been a difficult road here on this Thanksgiving Day. Bucks hoping to break the losing streak, 4-game losing streak. It's definitely not gone their way. A couple of blowouts, one of those coming in Indiana to these same Pacers that they are playing here tonight, and then a heartbreaker against Detroit on the road in their last game out. This one's stolen by Freak off of the tip. Harkless up with it, and he will get the finish. Well, Harkless gets his first 2 after coming off of the bench and makes an immediate impact. That is Freak's first assist of the night. 14-13, 50 seconds left. 12 on the shot clock for the Pacers with the ball here on the near side, right behind the three-point line with Miles. Dribbling, looking to push Njinka. Hardaway will drive. Hardaway. Zeller gets the rebound off of the missed shot. Indiana has the lead 16-13 with 32 seconds left. Freak trying to go into the middle. He kicks this out to Monroe, who will take a shot. It'll rattle out, and the rebound's pulled down by Tim Hardaway Jr. 24 seconds left to go. 18 on the shot clock here. Indiana up 16-13 as they work the basketball around the perimeter. Hardaway Jr., he has a good look, and he will nail the 3. 19-13, 15 seconds left. 19-13. 7 seconds left. Sparks, pull-up jumper from the elbow. It'll be a little long. Zeller gets the rebound again. Lawson has it, and that will end our first quarter of play. Indiana, the Pacers, not just with good defense, but with efficient scoring, currently have the 19-13 lead as we get ready for the second quarter of play here on 2K Sports. And since I don't have an analysis person, I guess I can do it myself, right? So, as you see here, Monte Ellis talking about how good he is and how he destroyed them last time that these two teams met earlier this season. jump ahead into the action. 30-24 is your score. The Indiana Pacers currently have the lead here in the second quarter. 2:48 and counting before we come to the end of this first half of play. Sparks having a quiet game tonight, only 4 points, 1 assist. Paul George with the basketball on the top of the key. 5 on the shot clock now. Make it 3. George still with it, one-on-one. 1 second, he'll let it fly from long distance. He'll rim out. Jabari Parker with the rebound. Bucks need to execute here. Running the fast break is Sparks, and he loses it in transition right inside the offensive paint. This one to Monte Ellis. His pull-up jumper with a shooter's touch as it hits all over the rim and finally drops. Makes it 32-24 in favor of the Indiana Pacers. 5 for 7 from the field is Monte. The inside move. And that one looked like it was going to leave the rim. Instead, it falls through the net. Great pass off of the pick and roll from Sparks to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Hill gets double teamed, gets it to Ellis. This one for 3, and it will rim out. Antetokounmpo with the rebound, gets it out to Sparks. He says he has a mismatch on Miles. Can't get past him, feeds it inside. No, it's knocked away. And it's almost stolen again, but Indiana able to save with possession. Monte Ellis getting credit for the initial steal. George Hill with it, 12 seconds on the shot clock, 32-26. This shot taken from distance, and it's going to go off of the rim and out of bounds. It will be Milwaukee Bucks ball. With a minute 19 remaining, 32-26 is our score. Indiana in the lead here from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Beautiful court that looks like the old Mecca court back in the 70s. Really love this paint scheme. And Jinsa out to Antetokounmpo, who thinks about driving the baseline. Sparks with a hand in his face, puts it a little long and cannot get it to fall. The rebound's controlled by Monte Ellis. Pacers currently out rebounding the Bucks as that shot will miss from 3 on the corner. PD inside to McDaniels, back outside. Sparks now has it, looking for that screen set by Parker. Gets it inside off of this pick and roll, and George will get the rebound. Another shot missed from close range by this Bucks squad. Inside to Ellis, he'll draw the foul inside the paint. McDaniels will be called for the shooting foul. That's the 4th team foul against Milwaukee here with 33 5/10 of a second left on the game clock. Your score 32-26 in favor of the Pacers with George Hill at the line. The crowd goes wild, but it still falls 33-26. As we're just mere seconds away from the ending of this first half. Pacers really dominating on the boards again, just like they did in the first matchup back at Indiana this season. Inbound to Sparks after the second one follows. Sparks thinking to go in, he'll draw the foul, couldn't get the and one, and he will be shooting 2. The foul, it will be called on Cody Zeller. Trying to chip back into the lead here. Sparks' first shot from the free throw line. It is good. 34-27 now. It's Milwaukee continues to try to battle back before the close of this first half of play. 28 6/10 of a second left. Sparks' second shot takes a big hop off the back iron, but does fall. He has a game total of 6 now. 25 seconds left. Kick out pass outside. George with lots of lookouts. Oh, I had to shield my eyes from the destruction before me as Paul George puts down the monster slam with extra jam. Making a statement here in Milwaukee was PG-13. Antetokounmpo now with it. Bucks are holding for the last shot here. 10 on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off. Big screen set by Sparks. Antetokounmpo still has it denied by Miles. It will go out of play, and it will remain Bucks ball with only 4 seconds exactly remaining on the clock. Milwaukee is down by 8, 36-28 your score. Miles Turner won't come off after getting that big block there against Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Jinsa will inbound to Sparks. He has a good look from 3, and he swishes it with 2 seconds remaining. George with it. He'll let it fly from deep. Good defense there, forces it wide, and that's how our first half will end. 36-21 in favor of the visiting Indiana Pacers against the Milwaukee Bucks here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We go to halftime here. We'll see if the Bucks can come back here on 2K Sports. So admittedly, a little rusty, but that's why this is practice, and you know, it's a slow season because it's summer, but it's what it is. Am I the only one that thinks of CM Punk every time I hear Cult of Personality now? Is this a good time to plug my shows? Like, you guys should listen to my shows. Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. You can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, all that good stuff. And then my soccer show, The Throw-In. Yeah, we've been on the air for like 2 years. Listen, if you like soccer, you should listen to that show. We got some good banter. There's good banter. Does anybody else watch Brockmire? Am I like the only one that actually likes it and is happy that there is supposed to be a season 2? Okay, I might be the only one. 36-31 as we get ready to start the second half of play. George Hill, Monte Ellis, PG-13 for Indiana doing work as they do currently have the 5-point advantage. Indiana dressed in the visiting away blue with the white and gold trim on the side. Reads Indiana across the front in white numerals. This one to Turner. He has a great look from just outside the paint on the right block, and he does make the Bucks pay. Pacers shooting near 50% from the field in this contest tonight. To Jordan, over to McDaniels, back up top for Sparks. Waiting for that screen. Jordan draws the double team. Too far inside, outside to Parker, and no good. Bucks, they are shooting about 45% this evening. But it just doesn't feel like it. Inside to Ellis, drops it off for David Lee, and going up and definitely comes down hard. Foul going against Jabari Parker, and that will send David Lee to the free throw line. 5:15 left here in the third quarter of play. Indiana maintains the lead, 38-31. Bucks trying to keep it close. David Lee at the free throw line, misses the first one. Jaka Sparks currently has 9 points for the Milwaukee Bucks here this evening. They're having to compete with the tandem of Monte Ellis and George Hill is proving difficult. Inside to Antetokounmpo, who lays it down and has it blocked for Jabari Parker. Great defense by the Pacers. Outside to Ellis. He'll let it fly from 3. And again, Monte got that. 14 points tonight. 6 of 10 shooting so far in this game. To go along with 2 rebounds and 1 steal for the diminutive Dynamite. Monte Ellis inside with the feather touch on the finger roll. Jaka Sparks comes back and finally breaks up the scoring drought for the Bucks. He has 11. 42-33, 4:46 at the timeout here in the third quarter play. Pacers in the lead.
Way too easy.
As you hear from the sidelines, and you're probably going to hear from the rest of it on our sideline mics.
Quit being so soft.
Physicality an issue, and it has been unfortunately a recurring theme for this Bucks team from last season till now. George with the basketball, clear lane to fly, and we will have another timeout as Paul George shakes the rim with great intensity.
We need to calm down. We're taking
again, another timeout taken by the Bucks. The score 44-33 after the big jam by Paul George. PG-13 saying that you have to have your parents' permission before viewing. I like that line. McDaniels. Over to Sparks. He'll let it go for 3. And Jaka Sparks trying to keep the Bucks in it, nails a three with a hand in his face. It didn't even matter. 14 points on the night now for Jaka Sparks. 4:13 here in the third. George Hill with it, gets by Sparks. Up in the air, lays it off for Miles Turner, who can't get the finish as it rims out. Sparks gets the rebound. Throws it ahead to Antetokounmpo. And he steps out of bounds. Your score 44-36 in favor of the Indiana Pacers against the Milwaukee Bucks here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as we are live from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Lawson with the basketball as he comes off the bench. He'll be guarded by Sparks. Paul George here on the left wing. Zeller in as well, next to Monte Ellis, who now has the basketball inside to George, who has the easy bucket. Adds to the lead, back up to 10 now for Indiana here on Thanksgiving Day. Oh, almost stolen away. Sparks steps over the backcourt line, and that will be a unforced error, or I suppose slightly forced, as it was tipped away at first. Still, silly move by Sparks. Ends up giving the basketball back to Indiana as they look to add to their 10-point lead. 46-36 with 3:30 left to go here in the third. Sparks trying to make up for the mistake earlier. Back up ahead off of the steal to Bayless off of the transition. And the quick score will bring it back within to single digits. 8-point lead, 46-38. Indiana still ahead. Bucks trying, though, after that steal and score. Sparks looks a little rejuvenated. Lawson here on the outside looking to get a screen. Good double team. Miles, he'll shoot from distance. They're going to let him have that shot all day, apparently. No good. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo, who has it back at the top of the key. Sparks asking for it, and he gets it inside to Jordan. We'll kick it back out. Sparks calls for the screen and has it stolen away. Miles with a big steal for such a big fella. Ellis with the basketball against DeAndre Jordan. He's able to get past the big man, but does miss on the shot. On Antetokounmpo. Sparks inside. This will be a long two, and it rattles home. 16 points now. 2:15 left in the third. It's only a 6-point lead game. 46-40, still in favor of Indiana. Miles with the basketball. Ellis with it now here on the right wing, spinning, looking for some room on the inside. He is so dangerous to Lawson. Puts up a difficult shot. Good defense. Rebounded by the Bucks. Over to Antetokounmpo inside with flash and zest, and Parker gets the friendly hometown roll here in Milwaukee, as it was on the cusp of going out, instead falls in. Bucks only down by 4. 46-42, minute 35 in counting here. Oh, Paul George just doing what Paul George does. Looking great as he gets to the rim with that underneath move off the baseline. Sparks with it off the hesitation, still looking outside to Antetokounmpo, inside off to the block for Parker. He'll go one-on-one, spinning and then returning as he faces up and gets it to fall from about 8 feet out. Bucks doing much better here in the second half, though. Only down by 4, 48-44 with almost less than a minute remaining. It's stolen away. Antetokounmpo running in a fast break. Antetokounmpo! Sky and flying, and with the finesse finish, makes it a 2-point game. 48-46 with less than a minute remaining. Indiana with the advantage. Ellis able to get the pass as it was almost stolen by Sparks. He's still with it as he tries to penetrate inside. It's knocked away and stolen by Bayless. Bayless inside. Sparks with the two-handed flush, and we are tied for the first time in quite a while, as the Bucks, I for sure, in this broadcaster's eyes, thought that they were definitely done. But they were able to battle back and tie up this game. 36 seconds in counting, and it's tied up at 48 here in the third. Lee takes the shot, and he will get it to bounce off the front of the far side iron in. Indiana with the lead again, 50-48. To Jordan, who spins And that will be an assist for Jacques Sparks, as we're knotted at 50. Paul George with the basketball. He'll get double teamed over to Monte. Ellis to Ty Lawson. George back up top. He had to pick up his dribble over to Miles, over here to the left far side wing. 5 seconds left. It's batted away once, still in play. And on the way out trying to save it was DeAndre Jordan. Here on the near side of the court. And he touched it with 0.6 of a second remaining. We will have a slew of substitutions for this inbound play. It'll have to be a catch-and-shoot situation, and it is. And if it fell, it would have counted. Instead, it rattles out off of the last 0.1 of a second Tim Hardaway Jr. shot. But the Bucks doing work here in the second half of play as we head into the fourth, all tied at 50 on Thanksgiving night. Stick around for your fourth quarter. You don't want to miss it here on 2K Sports. We will pick up the action here. Indiana currently down after holding the lead for most of this contest. 53-52 with 3:53 remaining in this game. Oh, a beautiful find underneath to Tim Hardaway Jr. who gives Indiana the lead. 54-53. 3:40 left. Sparks with the hesitation inside on the paint. Tries to pull up and take the jumper, but it was a difficult shot to make. No good. Running the fast break. Hardaway Jr. looking for some more points. Misses, and the rebound by Sparks. Running a fast break of their own are the Bucks. McDaniels gets underneath the basket, and he'll draw the foul. Zeller will be called for the personal. And we'll see it here on the replay, going up and getting hit on the forearms. KJ McDaniels has a chance to give the Bucks the lead as they are currently down by 1, and they will remain there as he misses 54-53 with 3:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Sparks currently carrying the Bucks with 18 points tonight, along with a couple of boards and 2 assists. And playing this Indiana Pacers team much better than they did previously this season, where they got blown out on the road. Second one is good, and this game is tied up again here at 54. Considering how out of it the Bucks were earlier, I'm very surprised that they had such a strong third. But can't they come back, not just hold the lead, but maintain and finish this game? Monte Ellis having something to say about that as he drives the lane, so difficult to defend. And it does not fall, but he will be going to the line to shoot 2. Monte's first shot banks off of the back iron and in. Indiana re-given the lead, 55-54 with 3:12 remaining here in the final period of play. I want to thank you again for tuning in with us here on 2K Sports. I'm The Smash, Justin Simmons, NBA basketball here in the great state of Wisconsin. As we are at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee. Second shot, it is good. 2-point lead for the Pacers, 56-54 now. Sparks back over to Antetokounmpo. He feathers it on home near the rim. And we're tied again, 56-56. It's been like a terrific track meet, back and forth, and back and forth. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Ellis getting around the defender, and Monte definitely got his. Makes another lead. Again, it changes again here tonight. Inside, Sparks trying not to be outdone. Difficult shot, it's deflected. Sparks with a hand in his face. Doesn't matter again as he nails the long 2 and keeps his team within striking distance. They are currently tied 58-58 with 2:20 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Bucks and the Pacers giving us a fantastic game here on 2K Sports. Ellis thinking of taking that long 3, and it is no good. Sparks with the rebound. He'll slow things down. Instead, trying to drive the lane over to Parker, who has plenty of room, but will just hold the basketball instead. Over to Sparks with nowhere to go. Giving it to Antetokounmpo, who's been in the paint. Zeller with good defense. That should have gone in. We're still tied at 58 apiece with a minute 50 remaining here in the fourth. He'll have a good look from just a little outside the paint. No good here on the near side. Antetokounmpo with the rebound. Antetokounmpo driving. Antetokounmpo's pass tipped off by David Lee. And now Paul George with the terrific rainbow shot from the left elbow and gives Indiana the 60-58 lead. Sparks trying to get past George. He does, trying to finish it. Zeller with the block. Sparks was left hanging on the rim, but with no points to show for it. A minute 22. Big steal by DeAndre Jordan. Antetokounmpo with the bounce pass from Sparks, and he will draw the foul. He will have a chance to tie up this game at the line, as he will be shooting two. A minute 16 left, and I'm sorry folks, it has been tremendous action here on 2K Sports here tonight on this Thanksgiving evening here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. 60-58 your score. Indiana was up by double digits at one point earlier in this contest, but the third quarter belonged to the Bucks as they tied it up, and both these teams have been sharing the lead ever since. The first shot from Antetokounmpo, it is good. And now the Bucks only down by one. 60-59. The second shot from the Greek Freak, and it does fall. And we're all tied at 60. Timeout taken, as this Bucks team has shown its resiliency here this evening, as they have continued the battle.
On the defensive end, I want some of you to crash the glass,
and they were able to come back and tie up this game.
Leak out so we can get some easy transition points.
As you are listening to our very well-placed coaches, Mike. Super clear. Great job from the guys in the truck. Paul George coming out of the timeout. He's been dangerous. Indiana, again, blowing out this team on the road earlier, or excuse me, at home earlier this year. Just about last week, honestly. This Pacer squad. Shot taken, and the shot made by Miles Turner. Two guys tried to go up, and it didn't matter. Over to Parker on the left corner. Looking for that screen. He gets it. Parker penetrates inside. Kick out pass. Sparks for three. Parks can't get it to fall. Turner with the rebound to get it over to Monte Ellis. Less than a minute remains. Indiana up by 2, 62-60. George trying to extend the lead to 4. No good. Jordan with the rebound. Sparks to Antetokounmpo. Sparks will take the three. Sparks will make the three. Yes, please. And Milwaukee now has the 1 point advantage, 63-62. As we are in the dying embers of this basketball game. 38 and 3/10 of a second left. Wow, what a contest. 23 points now for Sparks this evening as he hit a huge three-pointer to give the Bucks their first lead in quite a while here in the fourth quarter. Well, it is Thanksgiving, and we are supposed to be giving thanks, and we should be giving thanks for such a great basketball game that we are being able to witness here this evening. Turner gets it on the inbound, 35 seconds left as he kick it back to the top of the key. Hill looking for that screen. He's defended well by Parker. Lee will take the jump shot, and DeAndre Jordan will pull down the missed shot. Antetokounmpo driving to Parker, back over to Sparks. Sparks hangs in the air, drives the lane, and can't get it to go. But he will be going to the line. A chance to put this game ahead by 3. Currently, Bucks up by 1, so close to going in. But a good foul there with 16 and 6/10 of a second left here in the fourth. Crowd definitely silent here. That's the first shot. Almost doesn't go in, but it does. As it hit that left iron first. Bucks up by 2. Great game here this Thanksgiving evening in the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Sparks' second shot from the line. Off the back iron in. still a one-possession ball game, but it's a three-point variety, and we'll have a timeout taken by Indiana as the Pacers are currently down by 3, 65-62.
Let's extend the lead. Going out there.
Bucks trying to get revenge for that loss earlier this season. Inside to Turner, he rocks the rim and gets the two with the slam. Sparks gets the inbound pass, and he'll be fouled from behind by George Hill. 11 and 6/10 of a second left on the clock. Milwaukee's still up by 1. Sparks was just in the situation a possession ago. He did hit both free throws, and will have a chance to shoot 2 again. They are in the bonus. First shot off of the right iron and falls. 2-point lead, 66-64 for the Milwaukee Bucks. Sparks. Nothing but net that time. 3-point lead. 67-64. Less than 10 seconds remain. Now 7, 6. Inside to Turner. You're going to have to shoot a 3. Ellis will take it. And Ellis will make it! Oh, why? Monte got that. It is just not a catchphrase anymore. It is the truth. A big-time shot hit by such a small fella. But it's not about the size of the guy. It is about the heart of a champion, as they like to say. There's one thing you can't doubt about Monte Ellis. He might take a lot of shots. He also has a lot of heart. Huge shot there. 2.2 seconds left, and we're still tied 67-67. Sparks driving the lane and can't get it to go. We will go to overtime here on Thanksgiving evening, 67-67. What a terrific game we have been witnessing this evening from the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's the end of regulation. Overtime getting ready. Coming up next here on 2K Sports. Can't believe it's 67-67. Welcome back as we get ready for tip-off here. Bucks going from left to right to left. Indiana going from left to right. And we are here in overtime, 67-67. 3 minutes of overtime will be played. Indiana had the lead for much of this contest. The Bucks able to battle back, and it looks like they were going to get the win. They do get the steal there on the first possession from the Pacers. Sparks to Parker. He has room for the pull-up J, and he will make them pay. Milwaukee up by 2, 69-67. Indiana had the lead for much of this contest. Eventually the Bucks took over in the third and the fourth. Both these teams were fighting for the lead. Milwaukee had, as this one's going to be missed by Monte Ellis, who sent this game into overtime thanks to his last seconds three-point shot with much defense in his face. It didn't even matter. Ellis having a terrific performance here tonight. Inside to Monroe, who has it batted away. It will go out of play. Bucks will maintain possession, but with only 6 seconds left on the shot clock. 2:06 left here in overtime. 69-67 lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. I thought the Bucks were going to be able to finish it in regulation. Instead, Monte Ellis in that big-time three-point shot, sending it into overtime. Sparks is denied and has it blocked, and it's then taken away by Indiana. Up ahead to PG-13, over to George Hill, and he has some room. Sparks coming over late, but he does come on top of his defender. George. One-on-one here with the Greek Freak. Over to Hill. Hill has to move. Hill gets a good look as he got Sparks in the air and ties up this ball game, 69-69 with a minute 35 left in overtime. Off of the hesitation, Sparks looking to the outside for KJ McDaniels. Monroe inside. Sparks doesn't get the what looked to have been an easy shot to fall. 69-69. Ellis spinning in midair, but he can't get it to fall. We will be going to the free throw line though for the Indiana Pacers, with this game tied at 69. Monte Ellis having a chance to give his team the lead, and he does. First shot made, 70-69 here on Thanksgiving evening. Minute 22 remains in overtime, with Indiana now retaking the lead in what has been a terrific affair between these two teams. And on the Smash Justin Simmons, glad that you can enjoy us for some extra basketball this evening here on 2K Sports. Second shot will hit every part of the rim before it decides to fall. It's a 2-point game. Sparks, minute 20 left, has a lot of room, gets inside, huge two-handed jam as he shakes the rim. Boom, shakalaka, trying to bring that one back. I'm going to bring back boom shakalaka one of these days. 71-71 after the huge jam from Jaka Sparks, such a little guy with such big ups. And with minute 17 left in overtime, we have been treated to this just terrific game. I have to admit that that little song that they play, I know each court has different ones, but I think the Milwaukee Bucks actually have some pretty good music here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Out of the timeout, it will be Indiana's basketball after that huge two-handed slam. Retied this game from Jaka Sparks. 71-71 off of the inbound. It is PG-13 Paul George with it. One-on-one with Antetokounmpo, who gets down in a good defensive position. George Hill now has it at the top of the key, looking for that screen from Zeller. He does get it. Hill, he will draw the foul off the Sparks. It doesn't go in. Sparks saying that it was a cheap foul. That will not be the case. And Hill will be getting a chance to shoot two. More importantly, he gives the lead to Indiana, 72-71 now with a minute 2 left here in overtime. George Hill, the former Spur, will miss the second. Greg Monroe with the rebound. Antetokounmpo over to Sparks, who has a good look for two, and he gives them the lead again. 31 points tonight for Jaka Sparks, and more importantly, Milwaukee has a 1-point advantage, 73-72 with less than a minute remaining. Paul George doing what Paul George does. Big time shot hit by PG-13. 74-73 lead now for Indiana. Antetokounmpo looking inside for Sparks. It's stolen by Paul George. George with it. Ellis has it. Back inside to the paint for George, and he'll put up the difficult shot. No good. It's batted around and rebounded by the Bucks. Sparks, wide open look for three, and he hits it! A huge shot made by Jaka Sparks. Hotline three. Dial it up on the Sparks line. Wow. 75-74 in what has been a breathtaking game, to say the least. That's what they said back in the first part of regulation, back in the fourth. But Milwaukee and Indiana just continue to battle back and forth this evening, 75-74 in favor of the home team, the Milwaukee Bucks. But I'm glad that you are tuning in for at least this closing seconds of overtime here. Last second shot by Monte Ellis, the reason we're here in the first place. Now Hill with it inside to George. Great play offensively ran out of the inbound by Indiana as George gets his way through the lane and with the slam. 76-75 Indiana as we have a timeout taken for the Milwaukee Bucks. Indiana out of all their timeouts. Milwaukee, they will have one left. Sparks hit that tremendous three. PG-13. Paul George is coming away with that dunk as Indiana retook the lead. And now with 16.5 seconds, it will be Milwaukee's basketball on the other end of the floor. To Sparks with a hand in his face fading away. No good on the shot. Monroe gets it back to Sparks inside. Sparks can't get it to fall. 7 seconds and they're going to have to foul. Sparks had two chances to win the game for Milwaukee and he misses on both of them after he gave them the lead just moments ago. One caveat here is that it would still be a one possession game even if Paul George hits both shots. Milwaukee still has a timeout here. 76-75 Indiana with 6.8 seconds left here in overtime. George from the line. shooting 2. Crowd on their feet. And I think they helped will that basketball out of the rim as he misses the first one. Milwaukee will have a chance to win it with the 3 now, regardless if George makes or misses the shot. Hits the second. It's a 1-possession game. 2-point difference, 77-75, 6.86 seconds remaining here in overtime in favor of Indiana. We're going to need a good play. Are the Bucks out of this inbound pass? Over to Sparks. Has to pick up his dribble. Over to Monroe. He'll fade away, and he makes it! The big man with the silky smooth shot. Greg Monroe, wide open throw from baseball range. It doesn't even matter as it comes nowhere close, and we're going to our second straight overtime. Whew. I said I needed practice. I wasn't expecting to get practice like this. 77-77 here on 2K Sports as we get ready for overtime number 2 between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. Greg Monroe with the Dirk-like fadeaway jumper. That was straight money. That sends us to an exciting, or what should be an exciting, second overtime here from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. We get ready for tip-off. Bucks in the all-white. Indiana in the predominantly navy blue with gold and white trim on the sides. Again, like it has been many times throughout tonight's contest, it's been Indiana's ball off the tip-off. Ooh, and Paul George. Not getting any easy buckets there, as we are still tied at 77 as we just started things off here in the second overtime. Paul George now at the free throw line. He went 1 for 2 his last time out. If he had hit both of them, and even Monroe made that shot, it still would have been Indiana's game. Instead, he missed one. Monroe had a chance to tie the shot, or tie the game at the end with that shot, and he did so. Second shot coming, and the second shot will miss. It's only a 1-point lead for Indiana, 78-77. Over to Sparks, to Parker. No, almost stolen away. Parker still gets inside. Parker trying to fake the defender up. Antetokounmpo gets the rebound, and he will get fouled in the act of shooting, and he will be shooting 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
2 shots.
And the first shot from Antetokounmpo. It is good. 78-78. 2:30 remains here in the second overtime in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The BMO Harris Bradley Center playing host to what has been a fantastic game of basketball this evening. Neither team giving up much to either side. Antetokounmpo to give the Bucks the lead, and he does so on that second made free throw from the charity stripe. 79-78. Milwaukee ahead. George Hill, though. It was too easy. Bad defense allows the Indiana Pacers to regain the lead, 80-79. Sparks looking for Monroe, who has a clear path to the basket as he flushes it down with a one-handed slam. Leland Sparks' 5th assist this evening. 33 points for the little fella. Bucks now have the lead 81-80. Who am I supposed to guard? Zeller! The mismatch, 82-81. Indiana back in the lead with a minute 53. Sparks inside to Monroe, and Monroe misses the easy layup. George with the ball on the left wing. Hill has it up top of the key, and he draws Sparks in the air, and it will be a chance to shoot 3. And George Hill makes the first one. It's a 2-point now advantage for Indiana, 83-81 here in the second overtime with a minute 39 remaining. Second shot from the free throw line. This one is also good. It's now a 3-point game, still one possession, 84-81. George to make it a 2-possession ball game here. And the crowd is livid, and it doesn't even matter. He hits all 3 clutch free throws. And now a two-possession ball game, 85-81. Sparks with it inside to DeAndre Jordan. Jordan has it back to Sparks, who flushes it home. The monster slam with extra jam. Call the waiter and tell him that you want extra butter on your toast. Whew. What a slam by Sparks as they continue to fight in this contest. They are currently down by 2, 85-83 here on Thanksgiving night at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You're watching 2K Sports. Out of the timeout, minute 33 remains, 85-83. Indiana in the lead against the home team, the Milwaukee Bucks, here on NBA 2K Sports. Off of the inbound, they do find Paul George right at the elbow. He picks up his dribble outside to Lee and back to Paul George. George looks like he wants to run the ISO. Hands it to Turner, who passes it here to the near wing. Ellis has been so tricky this evening. Ellis with the spin, trying to get to the lane. He's able to get the shot up, but it does miss, and it's rebounded by Sparks. Up ahead to McDaniels, who gives it back to Sparks. Over to Antetokounmpo, to Parker. Parker back to Sparks. Oh, and it's thrown away by Sparks. Horrible pass there. They need to have had a better possession. George for three. George will miss. Sparks gets the rebound. Still a chance for Milwaukee here. Over to Sparks. Over to Parker, who has a good look for two, and he hits it. Tied again at 85, 40 seconds left. Here in the second overtime, George playing a little point forward. Hill will hit a long two, and he does. 87-85 with the crowd on their feet here in the second overtime. 31 seconds and counting. Sparks over to Parker, who tries to drive the lane inside to Jordan. Jordan has it over to Sparks. He has a good look from inside the paint and hits it from just inside the free throw line. 87-87. With 23 seconds remaining at the timeout. That is Indiana's last time out. Milwaukee still has two. Wow, so much for just practice. We have had a tremendous game. Bucks looking to make possibly a steal. For sure, they don't want to give up anything long. Indiana, knowing that they want to end this game here in the second overtime, wants to take the lead, but doesn't want to leave too much time on the clock. We'll see how this plays out. Indiana will inbound it on the opposite side of the court now. Inbound to Paul George. Over to George Hill at the top of the key. Less than 20 seconds remain. There is no shot clock. It looks like Hill is going to go with the one-on-one isolation against Sparks, who is all over him. It's like a piece of marshmallow and chocolate all over a smothered graham cracker that has been burned over an open fire. Oh, that's a good look for Hill, and he'll hit the three. Bad defense. 90-87 as Indiana, the Pacers just ripped the breath right out of the lungs. If it could physically happen, it has. Here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Sparks gets it on the inbound. It's going to be a long two, and it won't even matter. And the Bucks, they battled hard this evening. A clutch three made by George Hill. That will be the difference here as this game goes all the way to double overtime on Thanksgiving night. 90-87 your final score. Indiana Pacers get the win as the Bucks continue to skid, now on a 5-game losing streak. So for the crew here at 2K Sports, I'm the Smash, Justin Simmons. Thank you again for watching NBA 2K. Man, that was a tough game. Can't believe we lost like that, man. I feel like we have lost every game like that. I mean, George almost had a double-double in the most notorious ways. And that game definitely went much longer than I had originally anticipated. But, again, it's just practice. Kill some time until I decide on what I'm going to work on next. Yeah, web project. But it never hurts to get too much practice in. Plus, you never know if you want me to broadcast your game for you. I'd be more than happy to do some custom broadcasting for you. As long as it works out with my schedule, I will be there. I do accept PayPal. So you're telling me I only have to show up once? I get like a new house or something. Oh, well, I gotta sign off now because I can't see the the upgrades. But thanks for watching. Again, if you want me to broadcast a game for you or anything like that, I would be happy to. So just let me know. And you can find me at TheSmashSimmons's on Twitter, Instagram, SmashSimmons.com, and on Twitch. So by all means, whatever is the most convenient for you. And again, thank you for watching.